How do you build a great life? That's the question we're exploring today, and that's the question that we'll be exploring for, I don't know, the rest of our lives. How do we live life well? My name is Lori Mage. I am a Optimize practitioner and professional coach. This is my Optimize weekly vlog, where I'm sharing with you a couple of the big ideas that I learned in the Optimize Coach program. I'm class 1, year 2. This is my second round through this material. We're currently on week 12, focused on module 4, Carpe Diem, which, as many of you probably know already, Carpe Diem literally means seize the day, right? Carpe Diem, to seize the day. And we spend 2 entire months focused on building our skills and our mindsets and strategies and methods to help us seize the day more and more consistently. And why do we spend 2 entire months? Well, the theory is that if we really want to build a great life, we'd be wise to focus on building really, really great days. We want to learn how to seize the day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What habits, what systems do we want to put in place to help us make the most of each and every single day in pursuit of building a really, really great life? What's cool about this theory and this idea is that by getting good at living each day well, I get to go to bed at the end of the day feeling complete, feeling confident that I lived that day well, that I truly seized the day and I made the most of that day. And what's cool is I get to experience kind of that inner peace that goes along with living life well, of being your best self and closing the gap, while also increasing the odds that my entire lifetime is going to be really, really awesome. So I'm building for today, and I'm also building for the future by developing my skill sets, my mindsets, my strategies to help make the most of today, which is why we want to try to see ourselves as master makers, master builders of masterpiece days, to adopt that identity. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 big ideas that have been shared in the Optimize Coach program, the Optimize Mastery program. For more big ideas, I definitely recommend checking out that program. It's www.optimize.me, and that's with Brian Johnson. Again, back to today, 3 big ideas we're going to explore to help you seize the day, to help you build some new systems and rituals and habits into your day in pursuit of living and building a really, really great life. So we're going to talk about bookends. We're going to talk about today is the day, ... And if you watched last week's video, this is a different idea, so stay tuned. And the third thing we're going to talk about is master maker mindset. We're going to actually talk about 3 specific ways to approach this practice, approach this skill development. So let's start with bookends. If we truly want to seize the day and make the most out of every day, we'd be wise to focus on the areas of the day that we have the most control over. Those are going to be our biggest, highest leverage areas to help us seize the day and get better at building our best days ever. And Darren Hardy, he refers to these as bookends. The way you start the day and how you finish the day, those are the bookends on the day. And it's such a cool idea, because if you imagine like you have like 10 or 15 books and you want to stack them up on a table or on a counter or something, if you don't have the bookends, you're not going to be able to stack them up. Or if you do have the bookends and you have them all stacked up and you remove them, what happens? It gets all wonky, right? Everything just goes out of place in their disarray, and you're not able to effectively find the things you're looking for very, very quickly with all of your books and not being organized, right? So he invites us to consider that each day has an opportunity to have bookends on it. That it creates this structure to our days to help kind of put things in line that are sometimes out of control and can get a little bit wonky. And the way he describes it is that you have an AM bookend and you have a PM bookend. And one way we can look at that is just with an image like this of like, okay, so here's the day, right? And you got 5, 6, 7 a.m., 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way up through the evening. But the part that you have the most control over is your AM bookend. And the part that you have the most control over is your PM bookend. This middle section, not really sure, but there's a lot that can happen within that. So we want to focus on the controllables. That's what we want to do. We don't want to get into victimhood. We want to be leaders and creators of our life, right? So we want to focus on the areas that we can control. Bookends, how you start the day, how you finish the day. The second big idea is that today is the day, which we learned about in the last video, that if we truly want to build a great life, we got to build a great day. Today matters, and it matters a lot. And ... today starts the night before. This is an amazing, incredible, life-changing idea. Is that, like, say for instance, today is Saturday, yesterday was Friday. How I end the day back here is going to determine how good this day is. It's a powerful idea, right? So if I want to start the morning energized and optimistic and positive, I got to make sure I'm doing the things the night before to help me get a great night of sleep so I can wake up and be present with the things that matter most to me, right? So I can get up and do my workout or hang out with the kids and have a great breakfast or do some deep reading or some creative work. It starts the night before. So today is the day. Today matters. We want to stack up a bunch of really, really great days in pursuit of building our best life ever. But today starts the night before. So we want to start making the connection. We want to start bringing some awareness to when I wake up feeling great and energized, what was I doing the night before that I can actually do again tonight to make sure that the next day starts off to a great start too, right? So then I can optimize this by learning what happened the night before here. Let's say I wake up feeling lousy, feeling a bit hungover, or feeling tired. Well, what happened the night before? Did I overeat and I'm in a food coma? Did I overdrink and I'm hungover from alcohol? Maybe I blew up my brain with, rather than just having one episode of Ozark, maybe I watched like 3 or 4 episodes of Ozark, and I was dreaming about the Ozark, which impacted my sleep quality, right? Maybe I had, late at night, I had a really hardcore conversation with my partner, which blew up my consciousness, which interrupted my sleep patterns. Maybe I was on my phone super late into the night and that blue light messed with my melatonin, which caused me to not sleep well, which made my morning get off to a bad start. So we want to start making the connections of when I do this, then the morning is awesome. When I do that, the morning is less than awesome. What can I take from learning in that morning and bring it immediately to that night to optimize the next morning? That's what we want to be working on, is that we want to look at it as bookends. We want to notice that today is the day, to appreciate the fact that today is the day. We want to seize the day, and today actually starts the night before. Now, the third big idea today is the master maker mindset. What we want to do when it comes to growing these skills, these strategies, and these methods to help us build our best days ever in pursuit of living a really, really great life is we want to look at it through the lens of an artist, through the lens of an archer, and also through the lens of a scientist. These are just 3 helpful ways we can approach optimizing our days, carpe diem style, right? So an artist, they're going to take whatever tools and resources they have at their fingertips to be able to create some sort of masterpiece, right? So what colors do they have? They're not going to complain about not having this or not having that. They're truly going to be an artist and create with whatever is given to them. If they're working with clay, then they're going to get good at building with clay, right? If they're working with wood, if they're working with recyclables, if they're working with different pastel colors or whatever it may be. But we want to approach it like an artist, that whatever is thrown at us, we can actually alchemize it and turn it into something masterful. We can turn it into something beautiful. The artist mindset of just like, oh, I have this to work with, so I'll blend it in here. We also want to look at it as an archer. We want to have targets for the day. So the archer is over here, and he's got his little archer stick, right? And the target's over here. And one of my targets would be an AM target, right? And so I've labeled out, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And that's my target for the AM morning, right? And so I go to bed good the night before, I get up, and I'm able to hit this one, I'm able to hit this one, I'm able to hit this one. And the archer is then just shooting for the target. They're not worried about, like, all the other things that can kind of screw things up for hitting the target, like the wind coming in or a bad rainstorm. Like, life happens, and we're going to do our best to perform as a great archer, as a great master builder of great days. But we're not going to sweat the small stuff if a crazy hurricane comes through, right? So things happen. So we want to approach it like an archer. We're going to do our best with the skills we have, with the methods and mindsets we have. We're going to do our best to hit the targets, to hit the goals. And then we're going to bring in the scientist mindset. And the scientist is going to bring in, look at this as data. There's no guilt or shame. It's like, oh, I hit this one, I hit this one, I hit this one, but I missed these two. I don't have to beat myself up about it. I don't have to get upset and angry at anybody else that may have come in and was my windstorm, right? The dog puking, the kids waking up too early, whatever it may be that caused you to not hit the target that day. That's okay. It's all just data. I'm a scientist. I'm trying to better understand how to seize the day. What are some skills, what are strategies, what are knowledge that are going to help me improve seizing the day? So the scientist mindset, they don't get mad at anybody for the results that are coming in or the data they're collecting. They just make connections. They become more and more aware so they can get better and better and better at whatever it is that they're studying. So today we talked about 3 big ideas to help you build your best day ever, to help you seize the day, carpe diem style. We talked about bookends. We talked about today is the day, and today starts the night before. We talked about you as the master maker mindset, being the artist, being the archer, and being the scientist each and every single day. If you happen to get some value out of this video, please like, please subscribe, please share with people. I'd love to build the channel. And if you'd like to explore these ideas in more depth and learn more about how to optimize your life, I definitely recommend the Optimize program with Brian Johnson. Again, that's www.optimize.me. And if you'd like some additional support with that, I am a practitioner and a one-on-one coach. So if you'd like to learn a little bit more about that, feel free to message me and we'll connect. Until next time, have an awesome day. I'll see you next week.